promised to me with it. Then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
Hello, Tim.
Hello.
We made a season.
We did.
We have, for the last little bit, produced, 3 months or so worth of content from a corner of the world for a corner of the world's people.
Very small corner. But
And now we're doing our first season wrap-up, which is exciting.
yeah, so we decided, ladies and gentlemen, to do a season format. So as brothers, we do like to compete.
Yep.
We want to be able to challenge each other with trivia or other games, and then do a trophy ceremony. So every season, which will be 12 episodes, at least there might be extra.
There's obviously some bonus. If you're watching this episode, you've seen some of the bonus content because that had some of our competitions in it. There's also a couple vignettes that we did that weren't full-length episodes, but we had fun making them, and we wanted to share those with you guys.
Yeah.
So thanks for sticking out with us. Please tell more of your friends. We're going to start pushing this channel a lot harder for Season 2. Season 1 was kind of our proof of concept. Can we do it?
Yeah.
Or is it fun for us? Yes, it is.
Yeah. This whole thing started just by being in the same place together.
Yeah.
We talk. We make people around us laugh.
Or make them extremely uncomfortable.
Or combination.
Yeah, combination.
And
usually.
just like, why aren't we recording this?
Yeah. It's fun. Our kids get to watch it and see stuff about their dads, get to learn about our childhood, get to just see a side of us that they don't always get to see.
Yeah.
So it's fun for us, even if we keep our fan base under 20 people. We still love you guys, and we're having a blast doing it.
Yeah, and thank you to the random strangers who have come in and watched
we got
and
a few of
commented.
those, and they've commented, and we've had some interesting interactions. It's a really small world when some guy running a podcast out of somewhere in the south, I want to say it was the Jacksonville area, grew up in Maryland, and had some overlapping connections. And it was just like a bizarre.
Probably went to some of the same shows.
Probably. Just really weird that the internet made us connect. I was like, man, if I ever find myself in Jacksonville, I'm going to have to look that guy up.
Yeah, and then we were talking about our old bands in an episode, and one of my former bandmates commented. And
yeah, it just really cool. A lot of fun.
But our former bandmate stumbled in by the other guy.
It's
So
like, what the? Yeah. It's so strange. So strange how life goes. Anyway, so as Tim was saying, we had a contest going, and by our count, if we didn't mess up the count, we're tied at 3-3.
3 points.
Yeah.
3 points.
So right now there is no proof who is best.
Nope.
I don't know if you want to start there with the tiebreaker. And then we can go into some of our thoughts and recollections from season 1.
If you win, I find your gloating insufferable, which would be excellent content.
That would be much better content.
So,
but if I lose, you're a much more graceful winner than me, and it will do nothing for the podcast.
Yeah, so let's go on the assumption that you're going to win, being the more book smart of the two of us.
So is this based on the books or the films or both?
I have no idea. So this is what we've decided to do. I have
We're going to knock into our microphones.
Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
Get the glare off there. And what we have decided to do is just each take a card at random.
Yes, and ask the other person
all the questions.
And whoever gets the most right from one card will be deemed Season 1 champion. I have the trophy, which Tim has not seen.
I have not.
He has seen the middle tier.
Well, we shopped for the components together.
We did. He just hasn't seen the final part. We actually have some survivors of the component shopping, which we'll bring up in a minute.
Sure.
Well, let's do this.
All right. I'll just grab this other one sticking up.
Okay.
You want to answer first, or?
Oh, we should have done a coin toss or something.
Okay. Too late.
Okay.
I'll answer first. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Hit me.
We'll see how difficult these get, because the first ones are not very difficult. Who gave the companions their name, the Fellowship of the Ring?
So it should. It's one of two people, and I'm really trying to remember if it was Elrond or Gandalf. I'm going to go with Gandalf.
Incorrect. Elrond. You should have gone with
the first choice.
What kind of flesh does a Uruk-hai captor say he smells, referring to the trackers pursuing them?
Man flesh.
I'm not even going to look at that. That's obviously man flesh. What object does Gimli use to search through the charred remains of Uruk-hai captors? I actually do have to look at that. Okay.
I'm going to assume his axe.
It says an axe, so if it's in his hand, it is therefore his.
Axe. Okay,
Yeah.
2.
What place does Gimli describe as a horrid, dark, dank, and tree-infested?
Fangorn Forest.
Correct. What kind of creature is Theoden trapped beneath in his final moments of life?
The decapitated body of a oh gosh, it's the dragon thing. Just give me a second. It's one of those being over 40 things.
That happens.
Wow, I'm so sorry. I hate just rap for a minute because I hate dead air.
Boom, 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 boom.
It is
This is amusing for me because I already know the answer because I've looked at the back of the card.
and I also know the answer because it's somewhere in the soup that is my brain.
Yes, brain soup.
Ooh, this is so terrible that I can't just summon this. Nazgul.
You're gonna be annoyed. He was under his horse.
Oh.
Yeah. Good time spent trying to summon the word Nazgul embarrassingly.
Well, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah,
for getting there.
You got there. All right. What
Like
did
British Rail Love.
What did the New Zealand media nickname the trilogy's movie-making location? It's a multiple choice. Was it Wallywood, Wellywood, or Kiwiwood?
Wellywood.
Correct.
Because I watched the appendices.
So of
regularly.
the possible 6 points, you got Manflesh, Axe, Fanghorn, and Wellywood.
4.
4 out of 6.
4 is...
4 is the number to beat.
It's
then I don't know what we're going to do on a tiebreaker.
Yeah. I mean, we might just have to paper, rock, scissors it at that
Yeah,
point.
at that point. It'll take too long to fill up the episode with Lord of the Rings trivia.
Yeah, we could just do an entire episode.
Remember when you got Star Wars trivia for your birthday
I
and no one
played
else got a
everyone.
turn? No one that got a turn?
No. It was me versus everyone at my
Yes.
party, and I won.
Yes. You also never got a question wrong.
So you could call me a winner, or you could call me something else.
You were definitely somewhere on the win-lose spectrum.
I did own the house in which that party took place, so winner.
You were probably the only homeowner at the time, too.
Yeah, it was double winner.
Double winner.
Okay. According to Frodo, which hobbit can't swim?
Oh, my. According to Frodo. Sam.
Yes.
Samwise Gamgee.
Sam was correct.
Okay.
They did not write Samwise Gamgee. They just wrote Sam.
Okay.
Get a half a point.
I like the rule that you just made up, that over-answering reduces my score.
Yes.
Yeah. I've taken online learning that did that to me.
Who tells Theoden of Gandalf's arrival in the Golden Hall?
Eowyn?
Grima Wormtongue.
Thought it was Eowyn.
So you got one.
I won.
Well, half.
Half a point.
What shapes are the fireworks that the Hobbit children love chasing at Bilbo's party? Flowers, butterflies, or birds?
Oh, man, it was either butterflies or birds. Before you gave me the multiple choice, my brain said butterflies, so I'm going to go with my brain.
Your brain is brilliant.
Good. So I'm at 1.5 points.
1.5 points. All right. Which Middle-earth kingdom uses a golden sun symbol on its architecture and shields?
Middle-earth Kingdom. Golden Sun. Oh, gosh. I mean, it's either going to be Gondor or it's going to be an elven kingdom, and I think the elves had either a lantern or a moon, so I'm going to go with Gondor.
It's Rohan. I would have
Really?
guessed Gondor, too, which is weird.
Oh, no, Gondor would have been the tree, the white tree.
Oh, yeah. But I would have...
Yeah.
My head would've
Rohan would have
gone-
been horse for me. I would not have gone sun.
Yeah.
Okay, so at best, all I can do is tie now.
Yep.
Okay.
What does Aragorn fall into after the Rohan refugee attack? A cave, a river, or a boat?
A river.
It was a cave river. Boat. Yes, it was a river.
Yeah, all of the above.
What cast member starred in creature features as Dracula and Frankenstein's monster?
Heavy metal legend Christopher Lee.
So we are tied.
We're tied.
So now we have to paper, rock, scissors it.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Paper, rock, scissors is so... Because, yeah.
But this is the thing. See the struggle of trying to prove who is best? This is an ongoing thing.
Yeah, that's why we had.
What's your exact age? Like 43?
42 and a half.
42. And you drew First Blood.
Yeah.
Our parents can tell the story.
Yeah.
You threw something at my head and literally drew First Blood.
It was a toy car with metal skis, and I banged his head open.
I was like 3. So you started this whole thing. So we'll just say for 40 years, this has been going on. So naturally, we would tie in the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
I am best.
Tim is best, I have to admit.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
And as best, you get the
I'm
trophy
excited to see the
end
trophy.
of season 2. Trophy, which we are now revealing for the first time.
Look at this thing in all of its majesty.
It's pretty safe to handle.
Oh, okay, excellent.
It's a pretty heavy-duty adhesive that I used.
Bring this up in here. So, as you can see, folks, we got some bargain basement NES cartridges. We were sure to get ones that looked non-functioning because we didn't
want to ruin perfectly good
so
cartridges. So
each one of these was like $1.
$1, maybe $2. Yeah,
it was
they were not the cream of the crop.
I don't even think they let us pay money for them in the
I'm
retro
pretty sure
store.
they were like, just take it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys, go. You're also getting good stuff. Go ahead and take these.
Yeah.
And we also went to our retro toy store. We have a phenomenal one.
And they've got a bin of already broken, like not collector level toys. So we got stuff from Ninja Turtles, Star Trek, Batman, Masters of the Universe, and then we found the Hulkster, and that seemed fitting to put the Hulkster on top.
He's already ripped his shirt off.
Yes. Now we had a few that we got because we didn't really know what this was going to be until I started working on it. So you got Apone from the Aliens toys, nothing like his actual movie representation. Pretty beat up Shredder, and this guy kind of goes hand in hand with the tank villain, so he'll probably live back there. But one of the kind of lesser X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor villains, I can't think of his name now.
Yeah, but a toy we owned as kids.
We did own this guy and the tank one in tandem. So we'll decorate with those. But I wanted to go back through some of the... Actually, no. First, I'm going to do a little gift giving.
Oh, I like gifts.
So I bought you gifts in Japan for your birthday, and our film schedule got a little messy with some sicknesses and whatnot, so your birthday has passed.
It has.
But I have birthday presents that were podcast-themed.
Oh.
So, and I will start at the beginning. Our first episode, Mario Kart. You said you roll a Shy Guy.
I do roll a
So
Shy Guy.
I got you a Shy Guy from... I mean, you can get these in America, but it actually has stuff in Japanese on the back. This is actually from a Japanese store.
I shan't open it from the packaging for that reason. Thank you. That's fantastic.
Then at a random gift shop, I found... Now, one has slid in the packaging. I found guitar picks with classic Japanese art on them as a thank you for making awesome opening credits for the show.
Oh, yeah, I had fun doing it, so yeah. And I'm going to be working on more music soon. I have ideas.
Then, just a couple odds and ends. There was a little retro shop
this.
that had a Ninja Turtles coin purses, if you remember these.
Yes.
So I got you a Raphael.
Yes.
And then with all the talk of our childhood and our arcade has come up quite a bit. Japan has these little toy vending machines called gacha gachas. You just put some yen in and you get something random. Well, this actually had a 100 yen Japanese arcade coin slot. So
oh my god!
It looks like the front of an arcade cabinet, and I put a 100 yen coin in there.
I guess I can pop this
open.
open.
You can pop that open, yeah.
Like Dennis Reynolds, I'm going to pop my shirt off.
So yeah, I just for all the countless hours that we spent at our arcade growing up, I was like, I should get that for Tim.
The ritual was the haircuttery was directly across from the arcade. Yep. We would get our haircuts on the regular because our parents liked us presentable. Yeah. And it was hurry up with a haircut.
Yeah, let's get the timeout arcade.
Get some quarters, go to the arcade. It was just a sealed in memory of the delight of growing up in the 80s and 90s.
Oh man, so good.
Had it so good.
Well, we have covered a lot of ground in 12 episodes.
Also, thank you for the gifts.
No, my pleasure, sir.
Fantastic.
My pleasure. Since we have Mr. Shy Guy in his cart, I wanted to go back and talk about Mario again quickly.
Sure. I love Mario.
When we filmed that episode, I had not seen the Mario motion picture in decades.
It's over my shoulder. I don't know.
And you lent it to me.
Yeah.
And I watched it. And, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It was as bad or worse than I remembered.
Did it cross the so bad it's good threshold for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I enjoyed every minute of it. It was no wonder I didn't like it as a kid. It is not Mario. It is a dystopian, weird. But
Yeah.
could not believe what a movie that was. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was when I watched it, I was I think a couple of whiskeys deep, and so I didn't recall every detail, and I had seen it probably 6 months before filming and didn't want to go through it again.
Sure, I understand. Now,
But-
I think
But I think we nailed a lot of the facts.
we did. We got a lot of the facts right about the fungus and Daisy.
Yeah.
We our memories worked pretty well.
Yeah, I was
Surprisingly.
surprised.
I think I don't remember if I borrowed the Wizard from you after that episode. Or
You
not.
did,
But
yeah.
Watch
you
it with my whole family. Phenomenal.
Yep,
Phenomenal movie. Everyone should watch it. It's great.
Yeah, I rewatched it with mine after getting it back from you, and they
Yeah, I
loved
wound up
it.
watching it twice. I watched it solo, and I was like, I need to watch this with my kids. They'll love it, and they loved it. Absolutely
Same,
loved it.
same. It's extremely heartwarming too, and a couple of
There's
emotional
some
daggers in
tearjerkers
there.
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
It's,
For a
California.
for a film panned as product placement,
Yeah.
I think that the critics were just soulless. I mean, it was.
I mean, if it came out today, it would be a contender for an award for like big awards. Like it checks every box. It should have been a much bigger film than it was.
Yeah, it was fantastic. On the Mario subject, I did make a comment that made me cringe later when I was talking about Mario stuff, and I gave a date range and said nothing really happened in the Mario or in Mario during this time. In my brain, it was mainline Mario games because we got Mario Kart, we got Mario Paint,
Right.
and
Dr.
then
Mario.
tons of side Mario things.
Right.
But if you go and watch that and are a hardcore Mario fan and are mad at me for saying nothing happened when
Right.
in fact very significant things happened.
Right. Just nothing in the
Sorry.
core line of Mario products.
Yes. I also was unnaturally nervous. That was our first,
That was the
episode.
first episode.
We were fine sitting down, just hanging out, hit record, and all of a sudden I'm like,
Yeah.
so nervous.
Yeah.
Now,
no,
old hat.
Yeah, we're pros now.
Yeah.
Total pros.
Yeah, we never have consistent audio issues.
We haven't had cameras crap out in the middle of an episode ever.
We haven't had a memory card run out of space as we're filming and lose our main audio.
Never happens.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
blind spots. We did some movie blind spots.
We did.
What was the one that you had never seen? Was it Mosquito Coast or Frantic?
No, I genuinely don't remember what I said.
I was just curious if you went back and fixed it or not. If you went back and watched the Harrison Ford film that you did not.
Oh yeah,
see.
Frantic. No, I haven't. I haven't seen it. Still haven't
I
seen it.
attempted to go back on the John Hughes one. I think it was 16 Candles. Mm-hmm. And I attempted to watch it on the flight, not aware of nudity.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, okay, not on a plane.
yeah. 80s movies.
Yeah.
90s movies.
Was not expecting.
Lots.
And in my head, it was John Hughes, so clearly it was PG-13. And no, it's
Well, even PG-13 movies.
have
had
some.
back then. You could still have nudity in them.
Yep. So it was not. So I never. I made an honest effort, but
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
What the nudity was.
Anything to say about ska?
So
It's our least popular episode.
Yeah.
Which kind of proves the point.
it does. So yes, I do. We're gonna talk about Squirrel Nut Zippers,
Oh.
the not ska band
Not
that I
ska
mentioned.
band that you were so proud to come
So
up with. Yeah.
they have a Christmas album.
Nice.
They have this album.
Uh-huh.
They have this album,
Okay.
and they have this album, and maybe more. I got lots of Squirrel Nut Zippers in my house.
Apparently.
Yeah,
I'm amazed that
What I did put out on our little display here.
Actual
is-
ska.
Yeah, the
Specials,
specials. So
yeah.
this is
So you found some of your wife's CDs is what you're
yeah,
telling
these
me.
are my
Yeah,
wife's
yeah, I'm
CDs.
not at all surprised.
But I didn't know that we had a Squirrel Nut Zippers Christmas caravan.
I mean, I would argue at this point you celebrate their entire catalog.
Ooh, look at the problematic third track. We're not monetized. Do you want to risk future demonetization?
Okay.
It's not that word. It's not the word you're
All right.
thinking.
Do you want to be even more annoyed?
Yeah.
So look, it's third track on the front, right? Look
Yeah.
at the back. Second track. What happened?
The name happened.
So the name is, and we do not feel this is an appropriate term, especially when you consider history.
Yeah.
The name is Indian Giver,
Yeah.
which, charming.
Yeah.
Charming.
That was a good joke, right, guys?
Yeah, come on. That's why I switched places on the tracks. Okay. I don't know that we had anything lingering from our Tooth and Nail episode. We know our Tooth and Nail history pretty well.
Yeah, and the point was just to cover the very beginning.
Right, and I think
of
in
the
season
label.
2, one of us is going to have to hop into the middle and late and solid state. There's a lot of...
Yeah, and they even did another label, not just solid state. I think it was like a more alternative label. I forget the name, but we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, there's also a couple other labels that existed. Like, I had forgotten 5 Minute Walk. That was...
Oh my gosh.
An older one, yeah.
That just...
Yeah. Yeah, that came up in my research while I was editing the Tooth and Nail episode. It just kind of streams got crossed.
I did. We talked about it in another episode after, but Driver 8 and the song Watermelon is so fantastic. But yes, the guitarist instead of strumming down where the pickups are, he strums up. Well, let me get myself there on the neck.
Yeah.
So he's making the chords, and
doesn't make any sense.
So the only thing I can think of is to eradicate any pick sound from the pickup.
We need to find this man and ask him.
Yeah. Actually, our friend that commented, I believe, has...
Yeah, I think he has a Driver 8 episode, so maybe we'll reach out to him.
I should go watch that episode and maybe have the answer for a future episode. This thing will continue until I have every answer that I need.
Indeed.
But not much else to say about Tooth and Nail for that.
And Petra's still amazing.
Not much to say about them
really
either.
fallen out off of the rotation in my life. Ever since...
When's the last time you listened to Petra from today?
From filming day?
No, from today.
Oh, 2 days ago?
Nice, yeah. For me, I think like a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
It's just regular. It's
just in the rotation now.
Always in the rotation. Yep. Which song or album were you listening to?
I was listening to Beyond Belief. I was listening to I Am on the Rock.
Nice. Love that song. One of my favorites. I was listening to On Fire.
Nice.
While I was on my
also,
treadmill.
What's in a Name? That's another one I really love. That's,
yeah. They're all good.
They slap. All right. My bizarre trek through sci-fi. Did you go back and watch any of the shows that came up that you were a little vague on? All right. You failed me.
I did, but what I have done is after that episode and before today was my birthday, used birthday funds to acquire
TNG,
the complete series.
on
So
Blu-ray.
The wife and I are on season 3 right now.
Yeah. And I look forward to borrowing this from you in the near future.
Yeah, so most nights we'll watch an episode before bed.
Awesome.
And it's what I find interesting so far now being in season 3 where the production quality has ramped up is that the first season episodes I remembered almost everything.
Wow.
But as I'm going further, I remember parts,
right,
but not everything. I don't have a recollection of us watching them over and over again.
No, I mean, they were in syndication, but we didn't... I don't feel like we really revisited
so
sequentially, I guess.
If I was a school person, I would propose a theory that you at a certain age you just retain everything. Like you just soak it in, and it just stays in your brain. And maybe certain things will give a response that will make you remember, like watching it again or hearing it or seeing it again, whatever the thing may be. But yeah, that would be the only interesting thing I have to say about any of that.
Fair enough. When we got into the episode about the word warrior.
Yes.
So there were a few things to hit on there. Did you watch the movie The Warriors?
I love the movie The Warriors.
I can't believe that wasn't part of our lives until very recently. You said that it was a Rockstar game, and I said I wasn't sure. Then when we went to the used video game store, we found it, and it's a Rockstar game.
It is a Rockstar game. So, yeah.
Kudos, sir.
Rockstar, famous for Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
They made a follow-up after the hit of Grand Theft Auto 3, I believe it was called Bully. And
then I remember Crackdown, which was one of their release titles for the PS2.
Was that a Rockstar game?
Well, now we're going to have a follow-up for this episode.
I do remember that game, and it was actually a great game.
It was fun.
But what I remember is the follow-up to Grand Theft Auto it was hyped as like the total number of enemies on screen.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't Bully, maybe it was something else. I know Bully was a game, but it was just more like a street fight game, like a Final Fight.
Yeah.
Not
but
as engaging.
More open world,
Yeah, so you're in a 3D environment and lots of enemies, but it didn't hook you like Grand Theft Auto where you could get the FBI and eventually the military called on you.
Yeah,
you
that was
know,
fun.
so fun.
And then while talking about comic books, I did actually finally get some of the missing pieces in New Warrior. So now I have read everything from issue 1 to issue 50.
Nice.
Which is great. I stand by it being a fantastic run. Again, it's early 90s, so it's very dialogue heavy. It's a trend that seems to have improved a little bit in modern comics, the good ones at least, that they're not trying to cram a novella into a comic book. The dialogue is tight.
Yep.
But we were talking about how none of us collected Thor.
Frank Thorburg.
Frank Thorburg, because it was, and then I, in my limited research, found this comic, which had Thor from the future, who I was like, Thor's just some guy named Eric, and then I was like, oh no, it's some guy named Dargo something or other. But when I actually read the comic, we find out that it is some guy named Eric, and my memory worked. Something from Dickety and a half or more years ago.
So right around the time that Next Generation was airing and our brains were sponges.
Yes. That exact era, I remembered that Thor from Asgard was missing, and his powers were imbued into a slightly crippled man named Eric.
Okay.
He had some sort of medical issue, walked with a cane, but then would turn into the mighty Thor and was learning how to be Thor, while the actual Thor was somewhere else. And I never finished that saga, so I don't really know. But that is it Beta Ray Bill, the alien Thor? Like he's in. I don't know. There's a bunch of Thor people in the mix.
Okay.
Just again, point for my memory.
Yeah. Good job, memory.
Thanks. I don't know that we have really anything to talk about from the Shadows of the Empire, except I did.
Listen to the audio book.
Did listen to the audiobook. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's an unnecessary entry, but it's if you like true Star Wars, Lucas Star Wars.
Yeah, it feels like a minor Lucas work.
Yeah.
Nothing really for cheating.
No, haven't loaded the genie into the NES.
Yeah, we should just for fun.
We should get a Battletoads cart, and then
yes, we should get Battle. Then we actually beat Battletoads. Did you watch The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension?
I don't know if you watch The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai in the Eighth Dimension, or if you are changed by it. I was changed there. I have measured my life up until the point of having not seen it, and then having seen it. So I'm in a whole new
It's
date
like
range.
going from BC to AD.
Yeah,
like you are now post Buckaroo.
PB. Yeah.
And how is life PB?
It's great because now PB is in my life.
Yes.
So, or B is in
B
my
is, yes.
B.
Yeah, it's since we filmed, I found issue 1 of the Marvel comic adaptation from the 80s, which I now own.
Okay.
It's only 2 issues. I need to find issue 2 so I can have both. But yeah.
Oh, rewind. Comment question. Going back to New Warriors.
Yeah.
Have you read Mark Miller's Civil War yet?
No, I haven't. And I haven't read it. I'm currently reading Secret War.
Okay.
Which is a tome. It's a 12-issue run. It's dialogue heavy. I am on issue maybe 9 or 10. Spidey just found the symbiote suit, so that it's very. There's a lot going on in that story. So I'm looking forward. I'm doing Civil War next. But
Okay. So I have a New Warriors question for you that relates to that story. That's all.
It'll have to keep.
Yeah, that's fine. We need stuff to talk about.
Yeah, this is true. And then Batman was only a week ago. Batman's still great. I still stand by that. Kevin Conroy is the only Batman that matters.
Yeah. I love all 3.
Yeah, especially Keaton. Keaton's great, but
was it actually Keaton on SNL, or was it someone playing Michael Keaton?
Oh god,
it was so Jeopardy like Val Kilmer sucks.
Yeah, yeah. You wagered Val Kilmer sucks, and you guessed George Clooney sucks.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was actually him. I think it was someone playing him, but it was fantastic.
Maybe Rob Schneider.
Yeah, we'll put it up on the Jumbotron.
Why not?
Yeah, so look for some changes for Season 2. We're going to be producing for both YouTube and Rumble in Season 2. We're going to try to get our social media game on point.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little set dressing to make it a little more obvious that we're in Season 2.
Yeah, you got your New Warriors poster.
I got my New Warriors poster that I want to put in the place of glory.
Yep.
Couple odds and ends. So yeah, I overall, I'm having fun.
Me too. We hope everyone else is having fun, tuning in, and sharing and liking.
Yeah, and if you guys want us to talk about stuff, let us know. We are always open to ideas. As our fan base grows from 10 people to 15 people, then we'll listen more.
Absolutely, and you know, we can look at the numbers and say, oh, this type of topic is getting better views, but
no one wants us to talk about ska.
They don't, but it's obvious which ones get more engagement, but I'm more interested in just talking about what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And but if you want us to talk about something, please let us know, because we will put a focus on it.
Absolutely.
But still talk about things that maybe are not as interesting. The slow motion happened, didn't it?
Probably have
maybe aren't as interesting. But yeah.
Well, special congratulations to Tim for being the better brother for this season. We will devise interesting contests to give me a chance to take the throne and trophy. But that will have to go on a place of honor.
Take my trophy's name out of your mouth.
We're not going to...
No slapping. No slapping. Okay.
No slapping.
I don't want to slap you.
That's good. Your career won't bounce back.
No.
There is no Bad Boys 4 for you.
No. Woosah.
And with that, thanks you all for watching. Look for more in the future. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Peace.